Ford tow hooks for the Toyota Tacoma. What? Good morning, everybody. How are you today? Pretty good here. And I am looking to add some Ford tow hooks, that's right, Ford tow hooks, to the back of my Toyota Tacoma. Now, I came across these because I met a guy, a subscriber, a viewer on the channel, and he was showing me his cement TRD Pro. And he had put some of these on the back of his Tacoma. And I thought, you know, that looks pretty cool. So I figured I'd go ahead and try it too. So thanks to him, Juan, he sent me the part numbers for the tow hooks. I really appreciate that. I picked them up. But now I have a little bit of a decision to make. I've got one up here. It's not permanently mounted, but it's mounted up there at the moment. Let me pull you guys in. You can get a better look at it. Right here. And what I'm doing right now, using this bolt, is just a locator bolt, if you will. I'm going to drill a hole through the back of this steel piece, which is bolted onto the frame, by the way, and bolt these in a little more vigorously, if you will. But my conundrum is whether to place them this way or to turn them around and place them this way. It would put them up a little bit higher, and it would, I don't know that it's really going to hide anything. If anything, when you're looking from the rear, if you were straight on for some crazy reason, you know, kneeling down, lay it on your back, I don't know, you'd be able to see this part here. And it looks like they might ride a little bit on the bottom of the bumper cover. So I'm not really digging that. But on the flip side, with it the way it is now, you can see here, you can see more of the bottom of the bracket part. And I'm sure when these are mounted on a Ford vehicle, they probably go across some kind of a frame member or something and push up against like so. So they would be bolted on this way. Well, of course, this isn't a Ford, so I don't have that. I'm kind of improvising a little bit. So I'm trying to decide whether to do it this way or turn it this way. There are a couple other challenges in doing it this way. I should say this way, in that I would have to have longer bolts, obviously, because they would go up from here through the top, and then there'd be a big gap. And then trying to bolt the business end, the back part down, with a stronger bolt, would want to pull it kind of up this way. So it would kind of want to pull up, right? Because I'd be pulling up against the bottom, and there's nothing really back there to hold it on, except it being up against this part of the truck. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go this route. And when the truck's down, you're not going to see the guts behind it here, right? Again, unless you're laying on the ground or something, you're only going to see this part, which I think is okay. Now, the other thing I thought about was color matching these. I even ordered the paint, right? Some Voodoo Blue paint to paint these Voodoo Blue. But in looking at them now, I'm thinking, you know, maybe I ought to just leave them black, because they match kind of the trim work around here, the Tacoma lettering on the back, the smoked out headlights. I don't think I really want these to be blue. So for now, at least, we're going to leave them black. So let me get all set up here, and I'll show you how I'm going to go about mounting these on. All right, here's what we're looking at. This is the bolt hole right here that corresponds to the one over here that I'm holding it up with temporarily, right? So obviously I have the bolt out. The front part of the bracket, this hole right there, is where that bolt will go, and it will go up like so, or actually like this. So that leaves me the back part, and of course there is no hole back here, right? So I've got to put this thing on and then mark where I want to drill, and I have to drill a hole through this bracket here. And just to let you see again, it is rather substantially bolted on to the frame member here. So I don't see any real issue with it being able to pull anything. To be honest, this is more of an aesthetics kind of a mod for me. But since we are bolting through this steel bracket attached to the frame, I do think it could pull some weight. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead, get this one back on, and then I'm going to mark it here. We're going to drill through for where I'll place the bolts to hold the rear of it on. All right, got it all marked. We're ready to drill. And you know, I had a thought. As one of my favorite YouTubers says, safety is the #1 priority, or at least it should be. So we're rocking the goggles because I'm going to be drilling metal and I'm going to be under it. And there could be metal shavings flying around. And speaking to you as someone with experience that's had metal shavings in their eyes before, one time, it is not a pleasant experience. So we're going the extra mile. Just a little tip for you. Make sure you do this safely. So I'm going to drill. Using a pretty good drill bit. I don't know if this drill is going to be powerful enough to actually drill this. We shall see. But here we go. You guys can watch the carnage. You know what I'm going to do actually? I'm going to start with a smaller drill bit. Got it. There we go. That made life easier. Nothing up above there, so it doesn't matter if I slam up a little bit. I'm not hitting anything. Let's go to the other side. Now time to go for the big one. And I gotta say, those metal shavings are hot. I want to put some gloves on. Okay. There we go. That's one. Wasn't too bad. Let's go to the other side. All right, got it all drilled out. I think everything is good. I don't know why this camera is so close, but the holes are here. The bolts do fit through. So now it's just a matter of putting them on. Go ahead and get our lock washer on there. See if I can't get this back through the hole now. There we go. Okay, let's take a final look. They are all done. Little view from above. Hopefully they are in line and straight and all that stuff, I hope. Here's a view from below. Again, you can see there's my fastener, and it does have Loctite and a locking washer on the other side. This, of course, is the factory bolt. Same thing on the other side. Came out really well, and they are pretty darn sturdy. I don't think they're going to move around at all. That back bolt really puts them in there, and I like the way that it looks. So we're going to get it down and take a look at it actually on the ground. Okay, we're all done. Let's take a look at what it looks like at ground level. Here you go. There's a view from ground level. I think it looks pretty good. I like it. And you know, I actually thought of another use for these. You ever have something in the back and want to tie it down back here somewhere, but there's nowhere to tie, unless of course you have this beaver tail step like I do, but without that, there's nothing to tie it to, so you crawl around under here trying to find somewhere, maybe there, to run your bungee cords. Well, I don't have that problem anymore, because now I can actually affix or attach bungee cords right to these things. Nice and sturdy, not going anywhere, and I think it's a pretty unique, pretty cool look for the truck. And I was kind of worried about the brackets sticking out in the back there, you know, the guts of it, if you will, but not too bad. I think it looks pretty good back there. It actually came out pretty darn well, and I think it's a pretty good look for the truck myself. Anyway, that's it. That's the project. These did come from Ford. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Aesthetically, functionally, let me know. Also, real quick, I have 2 additional channels. RobMotive JT, all about my 2020 Jeep Gladiator. And RobMotive Civic, all about my adventures with the Honda Civic Type R and the Honda Civic Sport. Check them out. If you like them, please consider subscribing. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to click that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any upcoming videos. And do me a favor, smash that subscribe button on the way out. Stay safe out there. Bye. And real quick, because I know somebody's going to ask, here's the view in the rear view camera. You can see just a little nub right there and a little nub right there.